Welcome to Crack Pack. My name's Andrew. Today we're cracking open The Brothers' War. Let's get cracking. Our first card today is a wildcard token. Then our retroframe artifact is Liquid Metal Coating, which is an artifact for 2 mana that says tap, target permanent becomes an artifact in addition to its other types until end of turn. So this is great to just make something an artifact. It fits really well in artifact decks where you're trying to get as much value out of every artifact you have as possible. This also can make your opponent's permanents become artifacts. If you have a piece of artifact removal and you want to get rid of something on your opponent's board, this could let you do that. Just tap this and then use your artifact removal and you get rid of one of your opponent's permanents. And we have Queen Kayla bin Krug, which for 1 red-white is a 2/3 legendary creature that says pay 4 and tap, discard all cards in your hand, then draw that many cards. You may choose an artifact or creature card with mana value 1 you discard this way, then do the same for an artifact or creature cards with values 2 and 3. Return those cards to the battlefield. Activate only as a sorcery. This is a potentially very, very powerful effect. Sure, it's 4 mana, but you are getting potentially 6 mana value to your battlefield for it. Yes, you have to discard your hand and draw back the same number of cards, but you're really going to try to shape your hand before you use this. So you have an artifact or creature of mana value 1, 2, and 3 in your hand. So then when you go to discard, those 3 come out onto the battlefield and then you draw cards to replace them as well. This can be a easy way to just cheat out a combo. Depending on what that combo is, you might just be able to cheat out a win with that. If not, you're certainly able to cheat out a lot of setup very easily. And like I said, you're getting potentially 6 mana value for 4. So sure, you could have cast the 1 and the 3, or the 1 and the 2, but you wouldn't have been able to get all 3 of those out. And it's risky because you're casting them, whereas the effect returns them to the battlefield. So they're not getting cast, they're just coming back. They just exist. So it's a lot harder to interact with that versus being cast. Because as a cast, you could be countered or you could have other things start to hit the stack. Whereas with this effect, you have to react to the activation of Kayla bin Krug, not the cards returning to the battlefield. That is all one interaction. So if they can counter the effect, then sure, none of that's going to happen. You won't discard anything, you won't draw cards back, you won't return anything from the graveyard. But if they don't counter the effect, all of that happens and there's nothing they can really do to stop that. So that kind of gives you extra incentive, right? It's giving you the protection in addition to the potential extra 2 mana of value that you would gain just from putting those cards on the battlefield. So I really like Kayla bin Krug. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Then we have Slagstone Refinery, Gurgling Anointer, Battlefield Butcher, Third Path Savant, Burrowing Razor Maw, Power Plant Worker, Pendragon Strongbull, Moment of Defiance, Takasia's Onulet, Ambush Paratrooper, Mightstone's Animation, Blanchwood Prowler, and Phalanx Guard to round out the pack. And that's all for today. Thank you for cracking along with me. Be sure to check back tomorrow as we crack open another pack.